All right, all right. Welcome to Project 63. 63 days to becoming a powerfully profitable personal brand. Powerfully profitable personal brand. And this Project 63, I say that a couple of times because it's a tongue twister. And one day I'm going to slip up. Okay, maybe I already did that one time already. Actually, it's 63 days to kind of raising your personal brand score, getting in front of your target audience. Who is that? What do they look like? How do I show up like a rock star when it comes to my industry? How do I show up like a rock star when it comes to getting in front of the people that we want to buy our products and our services? How in the world do we do that? Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about this evening. It is a 9-week webinar series. 9 weeks. I made a commitment to do 9 weeks to roll this out, you guys, because there's so many different components when it comes to your personal brand that you just definitely got to, kind of pull it all together. You got to kind of figure out, where do I start? Where am I, first of all? Because if you don't know where you land when it comes to your personal brand score, then guess what? You don't even know where you need to go. You don't even know where you need to go. So therefore, you got to, excuse me, guys. Therefore, you got to make sure that you analyze it. You got to measure. It's a measuring technique to this thing, and you have to measure, because what doesn't get measured doesn't get managed. How can you manage something that you have not measured? How can you say, oh, I need to get better, and you freaking don't even know if you bad? You think you're the bomb. You think top dog, you are the bomb.com. But if you not really sure and you haven't taken an assessment on what to do and where you stand, then you don't even know if you need to get better. So we're going to be talking about that. Let me check over here real quick at my, okay, just want to check into my Facebook feed, because I'm telling you guys, this being on Facebook and being here in the platform with you guys, that's a little like, I feel like I'm a little multitasking, like, good gracious, trying to keep everybody engaged, because I don't want to leave anybody else out. So tonight, ladies, we're going to be talking about, yes, Dr. Nadia, I said it on public. It's on my business page. As a matter of fact, ladies, what was it, yesterday, I think, Dr. Nadia, we were on, and I did not have it set to public. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have it set to friends. I had it set to only me. So we were wondering, like, why we don't see it? Why we don't see it? So, but I got it tonight. And this will be recorded, so you guys will get the replay of it after the fact, in case you need to go back over it, take some notes and all those good things if we don't get your questions answered right now. Yep, so we are recording this. So guys, today we're going to talk about your personal brand score. We're going to help you identify what the heck is mine and how do I raise it. The objective is to get to a 10. 10 is rock star status. So you want to kind of first analyze where you are. Some people, their thing is, hey, I'm not on enough platforms. Nobody really knows who I am. Nobody's calling me for to speak on their stage. Nobody's calling me to be on their webinar. No one's calling me to be on their teleconference. All kind of stuff. And some of you guys, because I know, I'm one of them, have been through certain programs and you bonded with people, and because you guys kind of came up together and you bonded with them, you just automatically assume that when they get on, you're going to get on. Because, hey, we bonded, we created this thing together and we're all trying to make it. But that's not necessarily so. And sometimes if you don't make enough noise yourself, you're going to kind of just disappear. And they don't hear you any longer. And that's the problem that we have to solve. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard to kind of keep up and maintain a video a day, a video a week, heck, a video a month, you know. And if you're like me, I work from home. I'm a virtual CEO. So when I work from home, I don't feel like doing a video. You think it would be easy because I'm at home. I don't have to pick up the kids. I don't have to go to 9 to 5. I don't have to fight traffic. Well, heck, I'm at home and I don't feel like it. Do you know why I don't feel like it sometimes? Because I have to get up. I got to put clothes on, real clothes, not my pajamas, but real clothes. And then I also got to comb the hair. I got to undo the wrap. Y'all ladies know how it is, right? I got to undo the wrap. I got to put on lipstick. I got to be cute. You know, I got to put a little foundation on. And when you're at home, sometimes you just don't feel like that. You don't feel like it. But guys, you have to feel like it. It's a commitment to the game. It is a commitment to being great. It's a commitment to showing up in front of your potential client. So therefore, you have to go above and beyond. It's like being at any other job. Sometimes you're at a job, if you want a raise or you want, you know, a promotion or something of that nature, you have to do a little bit more. You have to go above and beyond. It's the same thing when you're working for yourself, because sometimes we get a little too lax. And I'm guilty of it sometimes. Sometimes I have to check myself and say, come on, Larry, you got to do a video today. You got to get on Facebook Live. You have to make some noise. You're the rock star. How can you not show up? So it is a commitment. It is something that I have to commit to on a daily basis in order to make sure I make enough noise in the marketplace. And the same thing for you guys. You have to first make a commitment to finish. And what do I mean by finish? Whatever that end goal is that you're trying to achieve to get in front of your target audience, whatever that goal is, you have to make a commitment to hitting that goal. So you have to make a commitment to finishing first. Then we're going to figure out how do we get there. Because if you're not committed to the end result, then you'll never make it. So there's certain things you need to post all the time. There's some videos you need to do. You got to put them on YouTube. You got to put them on Instagram. You got to kind of post everywhere. And I know you're like, look, I got one social media platform that is, you know, I'm tired with just that one. But you have to show up in different areas. You have to show up in different platforms. You have to show up where you normally don't show up. Because sometimes you got to step outside of your comfort zone in order to be great. Because you guys know the saying, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So you have to pay attention. You have to get it together, and you have to make the commitment to do so, okay? You have to make the commitment to do so. So therefore, I made a commitment, so I need you to make the commitment as well. Okay, so when it comes to your personal brand score, you have to also try to, you know, make a content calendar. Let me tell y'all, I've been saying I'm gonna do a content calendar like forever, okay? My thing is, I went to Staples, I bought this big desk calendar. That is what I put up on the wall and say, okay, on Mondays, I'm gonna do this video. On Tuesday, I'm gonna post it here. On Wednesday, I'm gonna post there. On Thursday, I'm gonna post a quote. On Friday, I'm gonna do this. So I have to keep a schedule. And that's what you're gonna have to do, because sometimes I'm a visual learner. So being a visual learner, I have to see exactly what I got going on. I have to see, because it's a constant reminder. I'm a visual learner. Some people can just remember. I don't have that capability. Sister need a little help, okay? So let's try to identify your personal brand score. Let's talk about what the problem is. Visibility, right? Visibility. Visibility is the problem. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to answer you guys' questions and do all this. I feel like, again, multitasking here. So, first of all, I want to thank you guys again for coming on, tuning in. We're talking about our personal brand score, and the problem that we're having is a lack of visibility. Visibility, visibility, visibility. How do we get in front of more people? That's usually one of our problems when it comes to visibility. Another problem we have are more stages. How do we get onto more stages? How do we get people to call us and say, hey, we want you? How do we get that to happen? Okay. Or how do we, the overall effectiveness of our personal brand, how do we pull that together? How do we allow our brand to speak for us? How do we do that? How do, when we walk into the room, people automatically know who you are and what you do? Now that's thebomb.com, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. How do we pull it together? So Crystal asked, how many different platforms are you on? Crystal? Right now, I am on the webinar platform, and I am also on Facebook Live. And I'm on Facebook Live with on my business page, not my personal page. I did do a Facebook Live earlier on my personal page, but today I'm doing the actual webinar on my business page, because you guys, you have to have a business page when it comes to your brand. That's a must, 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 must. And the thing is, you got to try to build that up, because the personal page and the business page, the algorithms are different. They don't show up in the same manner. So sometimes I could put something on my personal page and it just kind of skyrocket. It kind of goes from, all the people are viewing it. But when it comes to the business page, it's a little harder to get people to view. So sometimes you have to promote through Facebook ads and things of that nature, your friends sharing and posting and commenting and engagement. Engagement drives it way up. Okay, and once Facebook see a lot of action, they're like, oh, we might move this to the top a little bit. So you got to work on that business page as well. And as far as the posting, right now for the webinar purposes, Crystal, I'm posting in the chat box with you guys, because you guys are the ones that registered for the webinar. You guys are the ones that took the first step, the commitment to be here with me each week for the 9 weeks. So I will check my Facebook and comment to those who may have a question or two, but we are working right here in the webinar platform. So I hope that answered your question. Cool beans. Okay, so visibility. We were talking about visibility and how do we just get seen? Let's just call it what it is, because you guys being invisible can really mess with your revenue stream. And when it comes to your revenue, that is the main goal, right? Okay, so let's get into helping you identify your personal brand score. Now, some of you are like, Lyric, I've heard that you have a personal brand score, but there's some people on here that have never heard of a personal brand score before. Again, what doesn't get measured doesn't get managed. If you don't know where you are, you don't know where you need to be. So let's talk about the different levels when it comes to a personal brand score. Okay, every brand has a score. Every single brand has a score. So let's just say if you're one of those people that the only people that know you exist are your friends and family, like, Keisha and your Aunt Mary, if those are the only people that know that you're in business, that know that you're a speaker, that know that you're a coach, that know you are an author, are your friends and family, then your personal brand score is like a 3 to a 4. A 3 to a 4. That is your friends, Keisha, and your family. Yeah, they know who you are. You might have a large network of good girlfriends that you go out with, you hang out with, or the fellas, and you know, you might be the man, you might be the woman, you might be like the one that everybody wants to hang with, but they're still just your friends. Okay, so you could be the popular one among your group of friends and the favorite one in the family. But guys, your brand score is still a 3 to a 4, because in actuality, unfortunately, your friends and your family, they're not going to buy anything. They're not going to buy your book. They're going to want it for free. They're not going to opt into your programs. They want the link for free. They're not going to pay you $1,000. That's too high. You charging people that? Because you're the expert, but they don't see you as the expert. So you may be the popular one in the family. You may be the popular one amongst your good girlfriends, but your personal brand score is a 3 to a 4 because they're not buying anything. Now, maybe you got family and friends that do that and support you, and every program you have and every book that you write, they got you. That's not the norm. So if you have that, kudos to you. Okay. So also we have friends, family, and your Facebook crew. Now, y'all know on Facebook, everybody is a rock star, right? You know so many people that you don't know on Facebook because of the way that it's set up. A friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. So now you've added this other component to it. So you have your family, your good girlfriend Keisha now, and now you have your Facebook family. And you know, Facebook can be to the point where you can grow a large audience of Facebook friends, followers, fans, call them what you want to call them, okay? But now you got your family, your friends, and your Facebook friends. So your personal brand score, if that's where you are, is a 5 to a 6. So remember, 3 to a 4 is just friends and family. A 5 to a 6 is friends, family, and your Facebook crew. And I'm talking about on your personal page. Okay? And usually those that are on your personal page are people that you went to high school with, people that you work with, people that you came in contact with, and then maybe their friends. Okay? So you got a few people in there that don't know you because they came connected through some of your personal friends. You guys know it's like a web. Everybody is connected, right? So that is a 5 to a 6. Your friends, family, and your Facebook friends. Okay? Now we got the next level. I hope you guys are taking notes and paying attention, because I want you guys to tell me, where do you fall within this measurement? Where do you fall as far as your personal brand score is concerned? Okay? So the next level is when you're getting a little notoriety beyond your family and your friends, beyond your Facebook crew. People are starting to know you. You're like, oh, shoot, what's your name again? Oh, thank you. Yes, you start getting to the point where more people know you than you know them. Have you ever been somewhere where, I have. I'm going somewhere, and as a matter of fact, it happened to me the other day. I was walking in the store actually, and somebody said, oh my God, Lyric? It was a guy. And so I was like, yes, that's me. He wasn't flirting with me, girl. He just knew me from Facebook. But the point that I'm making is, that was something else. I'm telling you, there was something else. The point that I'm making here is, people know you, and you may not necessarily know them. So therefore, that is, more people know you than you know them. Okay? So the thing is, that's when we're our personal brand score is starting to increase. That's when we're getting to the point where, oh my goodness, people know me and I don't even know who they are. You know, wow. So that's when we have that notoriety beyond the family, friends, and the Facebook. So if you're at that level, then you're a 7 to an 8. Okay? So 3 to 4 is the friends and family. 5 to 6 is the friends, your family, and your Facebook crew. 7 to 8 is when the notoriety goes beyond those groups of people. Okay? So the more people that know you, then you know them. Just like I saw the guy. When he said, oh, aren't you Lyric? I'm thinking he's trying to flirt. He ain't flirting. He knew me from Facebook, but I didn't know who he was. And I said, oh, okay, this is cool. And then he started telling me everything that he does for a living and how he's responsible for all of these things at his job. And he has this skill set and that skill set. And I'm standing in the parking lot in front of the store and I'm kind of like, my first initial reaction was, why in the world is he telling me all of this? Why in the world is he, giving me his life story in the middle of the street? The thing is, guys, not a problem. You reverse saying that. The thing is that people want to be connected to you. People want to be a part of what you have going on. And that's the part where you want to start getting to. That's the part where you want to just kind of like, hey, they know me. They know me. So you want to make sure that we get to that level. Okay, that's your 7 to an 8. The notoriety beyond. Okay, beyond just the regular people that you know in your everyday world. Okay, so the next level. This is when you become a well-known commodity. You're like a hot tamale. Everybody wants a piece of you. Everybody wants you on their stages. Everybody wants you on their webinars. Everybody wants you on their teleseminars, their conference calls. Everybody wants you to speak to their women's group, speak to their young men group, whatever that is, that they are in your inbox, they are tagging you, they are in your Facebook inbox, they are emailing you, like they are trying to get your attention. It gets to a point where you no longer have to chase them. You no longer have to say, oh my God, can you put me on your platform? Can you put me here? Can you put me there? You have people reaching out to you weekly to be a part of their world. Y'all know what level that is, right? That is a 9 to a 10. That's the rock star level. That's when you reach rock star status. Because at this point, it's more than some people that know you that you may not know. It's a lot of people that know you that you may not know. You're getting phone calls weekly from people asking you to speak at their organization. You don't even know who they are. So at that point, you just start saying, oh, sure, I would love to speak at your event. What's your budget? Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do. I learned that from the good Cheryl Wood. Cheryl Wood told us when somebody, shout out to Cheryl Wood, y'all. Let me tell you guys, if I ain't learned nothing else, I learned that when it comes to asking for your money, when people ask you to speak, just say, oh, great, sure, what is your budget? And have a moment of silence. Like, don't say anything. Zero, don't say nothing. Don't say anything. Just let them come up with an answer. Because sometimes we talk ourselves out of getting paid. Because we'll say something like, oh, yes. And they say, well, it's a paid gig. Really? Well, how much you gonna pay me? I could probably do it for $200. And they probably was gonna pay you $500 or $1,000, but you didn't talk too much. So she taught us, hey, quiet on the set, be quiet. Let me see what's going on Facebook, guys. Just want to make sure I'm not leaving anybody out. Okay, cool beans. So she told us, yeah, as a matter of fact, don't say nothing. So when you have rock star status, where they are calling you and saying, hey, we want you, and you don't even know who the heck they are, but they are blowing up your inboxes, you're a 9 through a 10. And you are at rock star status. So let me go over that one more time, guys. 3 to a 4 is your friends and family. They're the only people that know you. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're going to know you anyway, right? Okay, maybe it is something wrong with that. Your friends and your family. You kind of stuck with them. They were going to be around anyway, whether you had a business or you didn't. So in my mind, yeah, that's just regular. 5 to a 6. Those are your friends, your family, and your Facebook crew from your personal page. Your personal brand score is a 5 to a 6 if you fall in that zone. Friends, family, and Facebook crew. 7 to an 8. Your brand score could be a 7 to an 8 if you have that notoriety beyond those friends and families. And oops, excuse me, guys. Beyond the friends and family and the Facebook crew. Okay, you have notoriety beyond them. So the more people know you, then you know them. When they start calling your name and you're looking around and you be like, hey, where I know her from? You may not know her. They may have seen you on a platform, seen you on Facebook, seen you on YouTube, whatever that may be. I know my good girlfriend, Vanessa Collins, she tears up that Periscope, her and Dakisha. And I'm always popping on there, watching them. So you don't know where people know you from. You don't know if they're sharing your Periscope, and therefore they're introducing you to a whole new audience that you don't even have a clue who they are. So definitely that is a 7 to an 8. And then you guys know that if you are at rock star status, a 9 to a 10, that's beyond. That is where people are seeking you out, and you're it. You're the bomb.com. You are the shiznick. Okay, you're the rock star. And if you do not have any of these top tiers here, you need what they call a personal brand expansion. Yeah, you got to figure it out. You got to figure this thing out, guys, because you cannot say I'm a speaker and don't nobody know you speak. You can't say you're an author and you ain't sold no books. You can't say you're a coach and nobody knows you have programs. You can't say you transform lives and you can't even get your brand score up. How do we get you in front of more people? We got to, crack this visibility problem that we're having. And I know, look, I'm only telling you because I've been there, done that. I remember just saying, okay, I do this, I do videos, I could do this, I could do that. But until I kind of honed down and figured out exactly what my target audience is and who I need to get in front of, it was just kind of like a bull in a china cabinet, all over the place. So you got to the point where people were kind of like, well, what does she do? But once you figure that out and then know who you need to get in front of, it's easier to raise your personal brand score. So based upon the scale that I gave you guys as far as the personal brand score, where do you think you lie? Let me hear some of the numbers. Where do you guys think you lie? Do I have any rock stars even out there? That's what I need to know. We have any rock stars? Any 10s? Do we have any 10s out there? Let me see. Where we at, guys? Kristen, you're a 7? That's my girl, Kristen. Vanessa said a 7, almost an 8, I think. So Vanessa, what you're saying is more people know you, and I can see that, if not, yeah, probably more so an 8 than a 7, Vanessa. And the reason why I say that, Vanessa plays very heavy on Periscope. And one thing I do know, and she's taught me also, that Periscope is one of those platforms that people don't mind sharing. And when you share on Periscope, people that you do not know start following you. And building a tribe on Periscope is a lot different than building a tribe on Facebook. So, but no one is asking me to be on their stage. Vanessa, you know what? Do people know that you speak? Or do they think you're just behind the scenes doing information, giving the information rather? Aha! So sometimes, gang, we got to look at what we put out there, because one thing I do know about Vanessa is she is the bomb at what she does. You know, she'll help you write your book. She's good with, you know, she's going to help me set up my blogging platform. And, you know, people tend to gravitate towards you, Vanessa, because you do know what you're doing. Like, that is just a fact, hands down. So it's not that you don't know what you're doing, but do they know that you speak? And then everybody, let me say this too, though. Everybody who is behind the scene doesn't necessarily want to be on stage. So let me say that, because you could be known for being great in what you do, and it could be behind the scenes. It doesn't necessarily mean that you want to be a speaker, that you want to go out here and be in front of the camera. Okay? So, Vanessa, that was really good. I'm glad you said that, because I don't think people know that you speak. I know that you speak, but if I step on the outside and what I know of you and what I know you're great at, it didn't even register to me like, wow, she's a speaker. But I know, but because I know you, I know that you do. But that is very good, very good. Yeah, and sometimes look, sometimes you have to create your own hype. Sometimes you got to create your own stage. Because Vanessa, you be doing those periscopes and, like, you know, you have an online audience. You have an online audience. But people need to know that you could speak on their stages to their core group of people. And what we have to do is, how do we position that? How do we get it in front of the people whose stages you want to be on? First, we got to analyze, what does that look like? So how do we get there? How do we figure out who it is you want to be in front of? Because for what you do, you don't want to reach out to people that, you know, I don't know, deal with weddings. That's not your target audience. So you don't want to get in front of somebody who throws like events for weddings and crazy stuff. I mean, it's not crazy. Let me pull that back. But it just doesn't match up with what you do. I gotta watch my mouth, because I'll say any doggone thing. But you never say, I speak, invite me to your conference. I need to start doing that. Yes, you do, Vanessa, because yeah, you do. And as a matter of fact, all of those people that you're connected to on Periscope, they know what you do. And you got to remember, some of those people that are wanting to blog, that are wanting to write a book, you can collaborate with them and say, hey, introduce me to your tribe. I'll come speak at your event. And you know, like I know, sometimes it's not always about getting paid. It's about getting in front of the right audience. Because you know how to shut that down once you get on the stage. Because one of the things, guys, we talk about it, branding like a rock star. You never leave the stage until you own the room. That's my favorite saying outside of create your own hype. You never leave the stage without owning the room, meaning that you don't even have to be a paid speaker to shut the room down, to collect all the information from everybody in the room. Because the revenue comes in the conversations that you have after the event. Because sometimes you'll have keynote speakers. Let's say the keynote speaker got 5,000, okay? And let's say that somebody else got 2,500 and they didn't pay you anything. You the little man on the totem pole. Okay. Because one thing I learned and one thing I teach my tribe is you don't leave the stage until you own the room. So you better have a way to have them opt in right there. And you better crush that stage so viciously that they don't want to have anything to do with anybody else but you. And you want to find a way to capture their information, like I said, because the revenue is in the conversation that you have after you leave the room. So when you have, I don't know, let's say it's 200 people in the audience, and you get 150 that text in and you capture their information. And you got a few people coming up to you after the fact wanting more information. And you set these appointments up and you set these appointments to actually speak with them and see exactly how you can help them in their business or service them. And you realize, oh, out of these 150 people, I probably made an appointment with 20. And let's say 10 bought your program at $1,000. Is that $10,000? That's way more than the keynote and way more than the other person that got 2,500. So it's not that people don't need what you have. How do we position ourselves in front of the right people? And we got to tell them that they speak. Vanessa, do you have a speaker one sheet? Mm-hmm. And if you do, who has it outside of you? So we need to work on that. Sometimes we need a speaker package, guys. Did you say, do you have a speaker one sheet, Vanessa? Is that what does mean? What does mean? You do. Okay, great. So Vanessa has a speaker one sheet, and who else has it? Vanessa, who has your speaker one sheet except for you? Yeah, who has it other than you? Oh my goodness, you guys are too funny, too funny. Crystal Carter, where you get that 3 from? Only your friends and family? Are you sure about that? Crystal, why do you say you're a 3? Let me help you. Let me help you move up a little bit. We already know Vanessa needs to get in front of people and letting them know that she speaks, because she definitely has the skill set. She definitely has the what's the word I'm looking for? She's the expert. She's the expert in this. She definitely has what it takes, and she just knows her stuff. So we know that's not it. It's positioning. So Crystal, how do we move up? How do we move up the personal branding score? How do we push that up? What makes you think the only people that know you are your friends and family? What about your Facebook community? They should know what you do. Crystal, and I just saw Crystal Sunday. That was Sunday. We was at church, and I'm over there, Crystal, you know. Look, let's get that score up. Okay, Crystal, 3 to a 4 is your friends and family. That's it. What about your Facebook friends? Because that does push you up a notch. Do you have a large Facebook presence? And let me ask you this, on Facebook, and I'm saying Facebook, gang, you could do Periscope, you could do YouTube, you could do a lot of different platforms. Instagram, that's another one. You got to expand. You got to expand your platform, and you may not necessarily be comfortable on a different platform. And you know, sometimes we get to a point where we only like Facebook. I'm not getting on that Instagram thing, or I'm not getting on Periscope. And okay, how do you expect to become the rock star that you are? How do we move that up? And when it comes to these platforms, you got Snapchat, you got Instagram, you got YouTube. You know, there's a lot of them out there in the marketplace. And let me say this: the kids are on everything. They don't have no job. So they can technically be on every single platform out there. And if you have a teenager at home, I would hire them, because it is work. It is a commitment to be on all these different platforms. You need to show up. Let me tell you guys what I do. And I will record a video or a graphic. Let's just say it's a graphic. When I post that graphic to Facebook, I post it to my personal page. I post it to my business page, my Rockstar360 page. And I post it to Lyric Hawkins' public figure page. And I post it in my Instagram. And I post it on Twitter. 5. I do all 5. But I do it right then and there from my cell phone. So if I'm posting one, it's the same picture, the same text. Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. Take me 5 minutes. So you need to, you said you need to train your son. Crystal, he's going to need to be a little older. So Kristen says she uses Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Great. That's a lot. You have to utilize all of those platforms. Kristen, let me ask you this. Do you do video? Let me know if you do video, Kristen, because guys, the actual videos will catapult to the top in all your social media platforms. Not yet, but you're willing to learn. Well, girl, that's why we're here. That's why we're here. You got to do videos, guys. It's just a must, because it used to be to the point where you could post a graphic image and it works, like a quote graphic. And I'm not saying don't do that, because you want to continue to do that for brand reinforcement. Okay, so I'm not saying don't do that. I'm saying you have to have video. Video is a must. You have to have it. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're doing video, and keep them under a minute if you want to post to Instagram. And you could just take one tip for the day. You don't have to make it real long. It doesn't have to be drawn out. It doesn't have to be any of that. It could be under a minute. And the shorter they are, the easier it is to do, one. And also, it's easy to get people to watch it. People don't want long, boring videos, just like they don't want to read long text. Heck, we don't want to read long text or watch a long video. So you have to keep that in mind. You're not the only one that feels like that. Everybody out there feels like that. So you want to make sure that, and plus Instagram doesn't allow you to go over a minute anyway. So you might have a real good message and you don't get to the meaty part until a minute and a half. They ain't even gonna see it. So you got to be real careful with that. So your videos, Kristen, and guess what? This is how I started, right here. Boop. Hey, y'all, it's Lyric here, Rockstar360. Upload. That's it. It's not really that hard because you can use your cell phone today. So with that being said, there's no excuses. None. So, Kristen, I don't feel sorry. Let's get, there you go, girl. So Kristen, when you doing your first video? As a matter of fact, Crystal too. Crystal and Kristen. Crystal, have I seen any of your videos on social media? I didn't think so. So when you doing one? Tomorrow? And Kristen, when are you doing yours? Tomorrow? We should have like a little challenge. Oh, shoot. Dr. Nadia Brown said you guys should do one tonight. How about, I ain't even mad at you, Dr. Brown. Okay. Dr. Nadia said, why wait? Pick a tip. Take a tip from whatever your industry is. Just one tip. Make it real easy on yourself. Do not make this difficult, guys. It don't have to be that hard. Take one tip. Like I could take a tip on good lighting for your cell phone. You know, when taking selfies, because let me show you guys. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to give all of my clients one of these. Your cell phone, if you have a Droid, and some iPhones too. My daughter has one that has a selfie light built in, but they all don't come like that. And Droids definitely don't. So, Crystal and Kristen. Crystal, did you say you got to do your makeup? I can't take it. So anyway, when we're doing selfies, sometimes we don't have enough lighting. You guys ever been somewhere? Now, you know when you take it, you put the flash on and have somebody take it for you, it actually looks good. But when we're trying to do it ourselves, we don't have that lighting. But oh, no. Lyric to the rescue. Ta-da! This right here is a selfie ring light. So it's almost like a paper chip, potato chip bag clamp. So you just clamp it onto your cell phone. Let me show you guys. I love this little thing. I'll be wearing it out too. And you put it on just like so. I'm gonna get all my clients one of these because they are the bomb. So therefore, when you're doing your selfies, let me see if I can turn around this way. It's a button right here on the top. It's called a selfie ring light. Because I know like all my makeup artists, they have the one that stands on a tripod and it's a big circle and they do the makeup with the ring light. So I said, oh, that's hot. Now they have it for the cell phone. So there's a button on top of here and you hit it and it turns on. But no. That's not it. Let me tell you guys. Watch this. Boom. Lighter. Boom. Lighter than lighter. This is the bomb. So there you hold it up and say, shoot your video. Crystal and Kristen, get you one of these. And if you come to the event in April, you're going to get one anyway, because I'm buying everybody one. Because there's no way I'm going to teach you how to do this and you don't have the bare minimum, light. And on the 7th day, let there be light. Okay? This is hot. Look at that. Y'all see that light? No reason for dark fuzzy pictures. I don't want to see no dark, fuzzy pictures. Yes, Vanessa, Rockstar equipment. Rockstar equipment. I love this thing. There is no reason for me to be anywhere. And if you're at like a networking event, guys, and you know, you're out and it's kind of like a club atmosphere. They got the little lights dimmed and the music going and people are networking and having their little cocktail. Well, your girl here, you know, I'm the selfie queen, right? I was like, these selfies not coming out right. I can't post that. And yes, I'll take 5 pictures and pick the best one and then post it. I just don't, I try my best not to throw anything up there. So I'm out networking and it's dark. Not no more sunshines. So you guys got to get you one of these. But Crystal and Kristen, I don't want this to be the reason why you don't get it done. So therefore, you need to go in the bathroom. Okay, maybe not the bathroom. Wherever you can get some good lighting and actually do your video. So, okay, Crystal, so you ordered yours after the training the other night. Okay, cool. Great, 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 great. All right, so anybody have any questions on where you fall on your personal brand score? And the first thing, Crystal and Kristen, you guys got to do videos. I want a video tomorrow, one on Kristen, I know you do travel. What season? We got Valentine's Day coming up. Okay. You might want to give a tip on a good place to get away for Valentine's Day, because that's going to come up. Then you got wedding season coming up. So you can do a tip on the best place to have a destination wedding for your, you know, in your travel business. And make sure you guys put a call to action at the end of your video, a CTA, call to action. Make sure they know how to get in contact with you. And make sure that it's easy to get in contact with you. Don't give them some long, stretched out stuff that they can't spell, because ain't nobody gonna remember that. Okay. That's right. Don't forget the CTA, Dr. Nadia says. You know, she's our you know, she's a numbers girl. She keeps me in check. So, and when you guys do these videos, can you tag me? Kristen, are you my Facebook friend? I need to make sure, because I want you guys to tag me. Okay, send me a friend request, Kristen. Dr. Nadia Brown said we cannot be popular and poor. Hashtag show me the money. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, we have to develop our own style. You have to be rememberable. You have to. Because guess what? Your brand could take on a whole life of its own. You can walk into a room and people can already know who you are. I always tell the story about when I used to show up at conferences, business conferences, and I walk in and they'd be like, hey, rock star. And at first I was kind of like, oh, my name is Lyric. But then I realized they're associating my brand with me. So now when I walk into an event, they say, hey, rock star. I'm like, hey, girl. I got my Miss America wave and everything, okay? Everything. So I definitely, you know, it can take on a life of its own. You know, I have people call me rock star all the time. It's like a nickname now. And I gravitate towards it because that just means they understand exactly what I'm doing. They understand exactly what I got going on. And they understand what it is I do. People need to know that, because your brand could take on a life of its own. They could take on a life of its own. So why not do it? Why not utilize it? Why not get down with the get down? And video is the way to do it. So you want to just make sure. And guys, let me tell you this, because I know I'm speaking to Crystal and I know I'm speaking to Kristen, but I know that they are not the only ones that got to get their personal brand score up. I know they are not the only ones that don't have any videos out there. I know they are not the only ones that said, hey, I need to show up. My visibility needs to, you know, kind of rise up. And I was with, if you were here last week, you saw I was here with Dr. Nadia Brown, and we talked about her personal brand makeover. We talked about what it looked like before and what it looked like after the fact. And sometimes we don't know, like I said, if you don't measure it, if you don't kind of recognize where you are, you don't really know that you need to do better. You don't know that you need help. You don't know that you need to make a change. You don't even know you need to work on anything because you haven't had that personal brand assessment. So when she went through hers last week, we showed her before and after. How about that, right? And then not only that, we showed a video that she did for her launch. So I want to be able to show that to you guys, because last week we found out after the fact that the screen froze. So therefore we couldn't get that to you guys like I thought we could. So I want to make sure we do that so you can kind of see why going through a personal brand expansion is good for you. Sometimes you don't think you need it, but you do. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Okay, Kristen, you just sent your friend request. Good. So let me go here. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen, and I want to show you guys something. Can everybody see my screen? Look, I didn't close the chat box up. I'm talking about, can everybody see my screen? And we're going to talk about this right here. This is Dr. Nadia Brown beforehand. Now, Dr. Nadia Brown, you looking real cute. Real extra cute. Extra cute. Okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with her look. There's nothing wrong at all. But what I want you guys to take notice on is her dark hair. There's still nothing wrong with it because we were born with dark hair, most of us. And her hair is long. She has a little crinkly look going on, a hot pink, you know, her little pop of pink. And it's just nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. There's nothing wrong with it at all. So somebody that looks beautiful like that, why would they even need anything, right? Why would they even think they need to go through a personal brand makeover? We're like, I look just fine. My husband likes it. You know, got a couple of speaking gigs. I'm good. Why? Why should I go through this experience? So let's do this. This is after the fact. This is one of the pictures she took, and we were doing her brand launch, and we were in the podcast room. What we did here, if you guys can see, she sat down and let me take full control, and I gave her 3 different shades of blonde in her hair. Now, the thing is, most people are not going to let you do that. But you have to trust the people that you have hired or put in place to help you become great. And that's just what she did. So that's one of the photos. Let me see here. Hold on, guys, because I'm telling you, I just love this thing. This is so thebomb.com. Oops, and now I'm tearing up stuff. Oh, shucks now. Look. So I really, really, really love what I do. And this is when we went into the studio. You guys could take a look at that. And what we did, guys, we went in and recorded her videos. We went in and made sure she had welcome videos, make sure she had thank you videos, videos for her landing page, promo videos. She also had a photo shoot. And we picked out the clothes, we lightened up the hair, we gave her a whole new look. And it has nothing to do with that she needed to be somebody else. The thing is, we just knew she had to stand out amongst the others because things got to just be different in life. Okay, so definitely before. And then I want you guys to see something. Let me see here. I got to move all this stuff down. Excuse me. I want you guys to watch this for me. This is what we end up doing after the fact. Take a listen.
Figure out our logo, build our website.
This is what we end up doing.
Figure out a marketing plan. Come up with social.
I so love this video of Dr. Nadia.
I hadn't even worked on my marketing plan. And after going through this process of figuring out how to get out there, I realized that one of the bigger things that I was facing was fear. There was this fear of visibility, but more importantly, there was this fear of rejection. What happens when you put yourself out there? After going through this process, I know it's different when you work for a company because you can put a lot of stuff on them, but when it's your baby, your dream, your vision, there's a lot of risk there. There was this fear of visibility. What if people judge you? How would that feel? So I spent a lot of time in hiding. I did a lot of stuff. I had a great looking website. I had beautiful business cards. I attended networking meetings. But I avoided sales. I even started speaking. You know, you go out and speak, you share information, you invite people to meet with you later, and you have these sales conversations. You know how many times I had sales conversations and even did sales presentations and yet didn't ask for the sale? Who does that? That's what fear will do.
Sorry, guys.
At some point, you have to realize that fear is a liar. Fear will hold you back if you allow it. And so I spent the time to figure out how I could improve these skills. Because action eradicates fear. So you start taking the actions that you need to take so that the fear will go away. So a couple of the things that I took away from that entire experience was, one, just make the commitment. It all begins with a decision. When you make the decision to do something different, you then follow it up with action. I then had to find the resources that worked for me. and a coach and mentor that fit me and my personality. And then I had to listen and be coachable, and sometimes take some very, very difficult feedback. But one thing I can tell you, if you want to get away and no longer be part of Team No Sales, you have to be willing to not quit. It won't always be easy. It won't always be fun. But one thing I can guarantee you, it will definitely be worth it.
Dr. Nadia. Oh man, that was hot, right? That was hot. See, the thing is, guys, and y'all got to work with me because I got this whole Facebook Live thing going on at the same time as the webinar. So I'm over there trying to monitor 2 different platforms, and I'm learning in real time, ladies and gentlemen, that you can't watch the Facebook live stream and the webinar on the same thing because we get the echo. But we got it now. Y'all saw it, right? So did you see the beginning where she just had dark hair? It's just nothing wrong with it. The fact is, we wanted her to stand out amongst the others. We wanted her to stand out and not just be in a sea of sameness. You know, sometimes people don't even know we've entered the room. How do we stand out? How do people turn their head when we walk in and say, who is that? How do we command that presence? How do we actually make people pay attention to us? Make people want to be in our space? You know, that well-known commodity, that hot tamale is what I call it. How do we do that? So when Dr. Nadia Brown went through this process, there was a point where, you know, the pressure was on, because working with me, there's no other way but to be great. There's no other way but to make it happen. Like, there's no mediocre. There's no just, this is cute, this will work. Oh, we'll just throw your hair in a bun. No, you got to be great. You have to show up. And it's the same thing. And I treat all my clients the same. And it doesn't make a difference at what level you come in on. I'm going to push. I'm going to make sure that you show up great, because that's my job. And not only is it my job, it is my desire for you to show up in the best light. And that's one of the things that I talked about last week. And I am what I call myself the people's champ. I just want everybody to win. I want everybody, when I say everybody to win. And sometimes we have people that can go through the personal one-on-one brand expansion, like Dr. Nadia did. But then we also have others that saying, hey, I'm just starting, but I need a little help. Those are the people that I'm focused on right now. So I know that there are a few of you guys out there that kind of say, hey, I just need a little push. I just need a little help. Can I get like maybe a jumpstart package, you know, a starter kit? How do I just start? How do I know what to say in front of the camera? Who's going to push me? I'm at home trying to do my own videos. They're not turning out right. There's a method to the madness. There's a certain way you have to deliver. There's a certain component that just goes first and then second and then third. There's a certain way to speak to your audience. It's different than doing a commercial versus doing a thank you video. It's a difference in doing a promo video versus a, hey, welcome, sign up for my webinar video. There's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference when we're trying to do a video with a call to action. How do we do that? Hey, gang. Last week, And now I got to keep going with it because I said it. But it's not that I said it and didn't mean it. I meant it. I want to help those that just need the jump start. And normally, the process that Dr. Nadia Brown went through, it's a $20,000 conversation. Yeah, it is. Because I took her under my wing and we went from store to store, hairstylist to hairstylist, fashion stylist, makeup artist. We brought in the whole glam squad, studio, photo shoots, you name it. We did it. We just did it. But everybody can't do it. Some people just need to start. And so I'm committed to those that just need to start. So what we decided to do, or I decided to do, Dr. Nadia was looking at me like I was crazy, but I meant it. And so therefore, I want to help those that just need the starter kit, the starter package. Like, how do I jumpstart this video thing, this visibility thing? How do I get in front of my target audience, like right now, quickly, but correctly, right? Because sometimes you can make a whole bunch of noise and nobody's listening, because you're not hitting the pain points of the person that you're trying to reach. You're not addressing the problem that they have that you can solve. But how do you know how to do this? You might not know how. But I'm committed to helping you. I'm committed to having you show up like a rock star. I'm committed to being that voice of reason, that person that calls you and say, hey, why I didn't get those videos today like you said you was going to do. I didn't see a tag. I will call you out. And it's not for everybody. I'm clear on that. Because we came to do business. We come to show up. We come to be great. So if you're looking for the Let's Hold Hands and Sing Kumbaya program, this ain't it. And I'm sure some out there, but this is not it. Because it takes commitment, it takes work. And if I'm willing to help those that just need to get a jump start, you got to be willing to do the work when you show up. You got to be able to, do the homework. You got to be able to show up great and be ready to show up great, because I'm going to show you how. You just got to be ready. So I kind of want to, I just want to invite you guys. I'm going to have a 2-day event in April. So you have plenty of time to get the babysitter, take off work, all those good things. But you don't have plenty of time to show up, because I can only open this up for 15 people. I said 10, but 15. And the reason why it's only 15 is because, guys, I'm hands-on. You're not going to get somebody else. You're not going to get, some coach or some fancy speaker coming in telling you what to do. You're not going to get that. You're going to get me hands-on. And because I'm so hands-on, and because I want to coach each individual person in front of the camera, I'm only one person. 10 was my number, but we've had an overwhelming response since last week, since I, put it out there, that I moved it to 15. Now I definitely can't go past 15, because I need to give everybody that individualized attention to get their videos done. So we're going to do your welcome video. We're going to do your thank you videos. We're going to do your promo videos. You guys know you need a promo video, right? You got to have some fire somewhere in your brand. That's going to bring it. Everybody don't have a promo video. That's a rock star thing right there. How do we become great? How do we just kill the game? It's visual. It's visual. You got to have a logo reveal. You want to throw those in front of your videos. You want to throw them in the back of your videos. You have to be different than everybody else. We're going to have the glam squad come in. Did you think you get on camera and your face not beat? And you got to have some lashes too? You have to show up right. I'm not going to let you show up and be half ass. Am I supposed to cuss? I don't think I'm supposed to cuss, but I'm just telling you guys. You know, this is hashtag do not fail. And that's just how I am. And I'm committed to making sure that you don't fail. So we'll have the glam squad come in. We'll even give you a photo shoot. And guess what? Told y'all, everybody gonna get one of these little fancy ring lights, because I just love them. So if you are interested in meeting me and my team, you know, I got the celebrity makeup artist, I got the photographer to the stars, I got the videographer, and you got me coaching you on how to be great. And I'm not giving you just any old body. Your makeup is not done by the girl next door that do the makeup for all the prom girls. My team of Glam Squad is like fire. They do Angela Bassett, Mary, like they are it. They are the bomb. So we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right. I chose April because it gives people enough time. It's my birthday. Go shawty. It's my birthday. Okay, that wasn't part of it, right? But look, all jokes aside, because y'all know I like to joke a lot, right? But I'm serious about being great. And because this is a program that we never revealed before, on a group level, on a smaller scale, and not just, you know, one-on-one, we're going to call this the little beta group. We're going to see how this goes. And yeah, the next time we roll it out, it won't be at this price. Okay, so that's your promo videos, your landing page videos, your thank you videos, your welcome for your website, the logo reveals, the glam squad, a photo shoot. We might do some behind the scenes footage, and lots of training. You're gonna get training that you could take home and learn on your own through our digital university. You're gonna have training on site, and you're gonna have some training before you arrive. Because the thing is, I have to show you how to show up. Because it's nothing like going to an event, getting all these pieces or getting these CDs and workbooks, and you still don't know what to do. How many of you all, how many of you guys gone to these conferences and you take great notes and then you go home, you don't know what to do with it? Yeah. I'm not the only one. So I made it a point that when my clients leave this event, you will know exactly what to do with the physical product that you will have done that is geared towards you and your brand only. You'll know exactly what to do with those pieces. So if you want to have the conversation, you want to come down to the DMV in April and show up and show out. Like I said, we're only doing 15. I did open it up, and we had an overwhelming response. So if you want to show up in April and show up like a rock star, let's get that personal brand score up, and let's do what we have to do. So if you're interested, let's have the conversation. I want you to text the word brand. As a matter of fact, let me put it in the chat box here. So text the word. Look, first I need to know how to spell, right? Text the word brand to. Let me make sure I get the right number here. And what I want you guys to do is put your first name and your last name email address, and your best contact information, your best phone number, contact phone number. So it's your first name, last name, email address, phone number, and I want you to text the word brand. And that way that I know you're interested in the April event. And I'm going to go one step further. I want you to also put in there what your struggle may be. I want to address it because everybody's struggle is different. So I want you to text the word brand to 480-236-5106. I put that in the chat box. So that's 480-236-5106. Text the word brand, your first name, your last name, your email address, and a good contact phone number for you. And one step further, I need you to put one struggle that you're having with your brand. Because if nothing else, let us address that and give you a solution. You can't lose it. That costs you nothing. But I'm still going to address that one issue. I'm still going to address that one issue and make sure that you can rise above it. And that doesn't cost you anything. So I know a lot of people say, hey, text your first name, your last name, but no, give me something that you need a little help on. Let me just help you. That costs you nothing. So how about that, ladies and gents? Cool beans? Love it, right? Yes, Dr. Nadia, very observant. You're not photogenic, Stella. Stop that. Stella, we got to get you here. We got to get you here in the DMV. Because, I mean, really, you should have been here. You would have been photogenic by now. Because, you know, Stella, as soon as you come to the DMV, you know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to put this on. We're going to take about 20 selfies. And we're going to get the right one. Did you hear me earlier when I said sometimes I take 5 and 6 pictures to get that one pose? I don't always get it right on the first one. I make sure I take a couple of them. You do the same thing. It's not about being photogenic. Take them till you get the right one and then post that. They're going to say, oh, she's cute. They don't have to know you took 10 pictures before you picked one. So, Stella, you'll be fine. You just get your tail on the plane. You just get here. That's all we need to worry about. I got the rest from there. You just show up. All right? Okay, I hear you. So, guess what, gang? I appreciate you guys. Again, you can text the word brand to 480-236-5106. And yeah, your first name, last name, email address, and give me one of your struggles when it comes to raising your personal brand score. Okay? And think about it. For those that are not quite sure where they land, 3 to 4, only your friends and family know you. 5 to 6, friends, family, and Facebook community. 7 to 8, the notoriety starts going beyond those groups. More people know you than you know them. And then 9 to 10, you become that well-known commodity, the hot tamale. Did y'all notice I didn't say 1 to 2? I started at 3 to 4. Now, what makes you think I ain't even say 1 to 2? I ain't even start at 1. I ain't say anything about 2. I went straight to 3 to 4. Because I ain't doing 0 either. Stella, stop that. Stop that. I'm on a 0. I can't. But you notice I never say a 1 to a 2. Because if you are a 1, a 0, a 1, or a 2, you're not in business. There's no way in East China you're in business. There is no way. That means you ain't done nothing. And don't nobody know you in business but your dog. So I don't even want to address that because I'm not even addressing the ones and twos and zeros. That's whack. If you are a one, you are whack. I don't even know what to say. You're going to need extra help. You're going to have to start from the scratch. And we help those too. But just know we got a long way to go if you're like a one on the Richter scale. Okay? So I hope that was informative for you guys. And that you show up next week number 3 of Project 63. Oh man, I got some YouTube training for you guys. I got all kind of stuff coming up. We're going to talk about which videos convert, where to place these videos, because sometimes we don't even know where to put them. We talked a little bit about that, putting them on these different platforms. So we're going to dive in and kind of break it down for you because it's a different audience on LinkedIn than it is on Instagram. Instagram is very good if you have a visual business like hair salons, makeup artists, you know, that beauty industry, media. That is like thebomb.com. So you might want to tune in so we could talk about the different platforms and why you need it and which ones you need. And should I do Twitter? Why Twitter? Twitter's for connecting with the gurus, with the executives of different brands and things of that nature. That's a connection tool. So yes, guys. So that is it for week number 2. And same bad time, same bad channel next Thursday, 8 o'clock, Showtime. Like Showtime at the Apollo, but Showtime Rockstar 360s type of Showtime. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Nadia, Kristen, Robin, Stella, Vanessa, Dakisha. I saw you guys. I'm super, super duper excited. So I'll see you guys next week. I will send out the replay to you guys. And I just appreciate you. I love y'all. I love y'all. And I appreciate the support, and that's why I want to support you. So don't forget to text in, and let's get started. Let's do the starter kit. Let's start there, and you know I'm gonna help you. All right, you guys have a good evening, good night, and God bless.